There's a new Bill Burr special. Bill Burr Presents Friends Who Kill, a showcase featuring stand-ups curated by Bill Burr. You'll find that on Netflix today. Hi, I'm Johnny Mac with your Daily Comedy News. Speaking of Bill Burr, he was on Steve O's podcast a couple weeks ago now. Steve O asked Burr if he's ever apologized for a joke. Burr said, yeah, but I do it to the individual that I hurt. Listen, if I'm in a bad mood, some a-hole's going to cut that right there and say, see, comedians should apologize because everybody's like Fox News and CNN now steering the narrative and cut out all the parts. Now, if I'm in a bad mood, or if I told a joke about something that somebody had a personal effect and I made them sad, I made them cry, you know, there's that comic who goes, F you, lady, you shouldn't have come out. Like, I don't take it that level. It's just like, you know, you're right. I didn't think of that. I didn't know you were going to be here tonight. What are the effing odds you were at the thing I was making fun of? But that can happen. But I refuse to apologize to anybody that's upset because they heard a joke at a show they weren't at, you know, especially if somebody filmed it. If it's in my special, that's different. I decided to put it out or whatever. But if it's one of those things where someone in the crowd films you and they put it up, it's like, get mad at them. And then you, because you saw the subject and clicked on it. Yeah, and all these other effing things. They have videos of just dogs snoring you could watch and feel good about your day. But you went out of your way to effing watch this thing. It's on you. I'm a big believer in if you're wrong and if you feel you're wrong, you apologize. But I'm not a believer in the mob mentality, and I'm not going to apologize to the mob just because it's not worth it. Because then all I do is I give the mob strength, and then it's okay to do that, and then some other comics that have to deal with it. If you come to me after an effing show, I'll listen to you, and I'll agree with what you're saying. I'll be like, yeah, all right, it wasn't a personal thing. I'm sorry you went through that or whatever. And what I found is they'll actually be cool with you. People, anybody, they just like us. They want to be heard. But as far as that professional being offended, so you can move whatever cause because you feel like you can fix society with your ideas, I don't get into that. Marlon Wayans has some interesting Chris Rock-related gossip. Vanity Fair first asked about cancellation. Hey, Marlon Wayans, cancellation's been a hot topic, but it sounds like you're embracing that element of being a comedian today. Marlon Wayans said, it's the best. I love it. Because of all that, I love it even more. I like the dangerous aspect. I like the fact that every time you tell a joke, there's this pressure that there's a landmine that you're about to step on and blow yourself to smithereens. I love it because it teaches you in the moment, what can I say? How do I say this dark thing I want to say in a way that's going to make the audience laugh? Or do you just go, F it, I'm going to say it and just live with that? Sometimes I learn when they go, ooh, that means they're listening and your best joke is on the other side of that ooh. I love living in that space. Now here's the gossipy part. I love the Chris Rock Will Smith thing. What people don't understand is behind the stage at Chappelle's shows, it's all we're talking about with Chris. And we all got jokes. I have an hour on this slap. I may get slapped by both of them. I love it. I love where it's going. I love the art form that we have. I love that we can express and we can create and we can talk nonsense. Comedians, as damaged as we are, we're healers. We're trying to go to these dark caves and come out with this little light called the joke. A laugh has this power to bring us all together. You may think this way, I may think that way, but when we laugh, that means we're coming to the fence. We can talk about it. And that's what I love about comedy. Vanity Fair is like, you know Will, and you were just kind of semi-employed by him, but you also know Chris, and like Chris, you're a stand-up comedian, so what was your initial reaction to what happened? Wayans, you got to see the hour. It's crazy. I may just slap it out there. See what you did there. So that's so much. I don't know where to begin, but all I would say, it's hard for me because I've known both Chris and Will for so long, and I'm an actor and I'm a comedian. I know Jada and I'm a black man. When I saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock, it literally felt like I slapped myself on stage. It was that close to home. Look, they're going to iron it out. They'll work it out. It was a moment in time, a great moment. That's what's crazy about comedy, where everybody sees tragedy. We go, oh, there's jokes there. We see comedy always. So those moments are meant to take great material. Damn, I got a great hour of it and can't wait to see it. From Far Out Magazine, you may remember in 2019, John Mulaney did that John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch children's show thing. Apparently, John got shot down by Stevie Nicks. He was trying to get Stevie to do a song. He kept trying to contact her. He kept trying after going a month with no response. Mulaney says, I finally called her manager and I said, this is John Mulaney. And the manager went, you're that guy. She said, listen, Stevie heard about the project, but she's on tour and she's a limited break, so it's not something she can do. Okay. And then she added, also, Stevie listened to the song and she doesn't find it funny. Mulaney said, the first answer was good enough. Jason Zinneman, fantastic writer in the New York Times, asked the question, does a comedian really need an audience? He was talking about Norm Macdonald's special and Bo Burnham's specials. About Norm, judged by aesthetic slickness and tight jokes, this hour isn't nearly as successful as his last one. but it's mesmerizing in different ways. There's something uncanny about letting the jokes stand on their own, the quiet awkwardness and messy intrusions like a dog barking, a cell phone, offering a reminder that something bigger than showbiz is happening here, a glimpse of a man facing the end, giving his last jokes everything he's got. Zinnemann talks about one joke becoming unusually earnest, a joke about Norm's mother expressing what she means to him. In what seems like a tangent, Norm points out that she didn't speak with irony and couldn't tell a good story, but she knew how to love. As Norm gazes off, his face inches away from the screen. You might wonder if this is heartfelt or part of a joke. Before the punchline lands, there's a cleverness as well as a poignancy here that I don't think could be replicated if an audience was there. Skipping down a few paragraphs, Jason writes, the audience in specials is fundamentally manipulative. A bullying intrusion on the relationship between artist and observer at home can operate like peer pressure, and it just adds to the excitement of stand-up, the steady, familiar sound of laughter, the most beloved cliche in all of comedy, and can also be limiting. When Norm Macdonald talks about his fear of dying and finding a different God than he expected, no sound distracts from the poignancy, and you find yourself looking closer at his face, studying it for clues, hints that may or may not be there. All right, I'm always trying to get you to support the show. Nope, you don't have to buy me coffee today. Today, we're going to talk dog food. Today's Daily Comedy News is brought to you by Sundays for Dogs. It's dog food. It's fresh dog food that's shelf-stable and affordable, created by a vet. Look, I'm going to read you the copy, but let's take it from a dog. I opened the box and I took out my portable recorder. Let's listen.
So my dog is following me around trying to get something to eat. And I have a new sponsor. It is Sunday's Food for Dogs. It came in a nice blue box. This is chicken recipe. Hey dog, come with me. Let's see if she's interested in this. So there you have it. You hear my dog? That's my dog actually chowing down. I'll read you the copy, but take it from a dog. Listen.
All right, you hear the dog, right? The dog is enjoying the food. What else can I do for you, man? Sundays for Dogs, it's called. Created by a vet. It's fresh dog food, shelf-stable, affordable, 40% less expensive than leading fresh brands. It tastes like a treat, ask the dog, but it's a complete and balanced meal, perfect for picky eaters. Bingo! You know what I call my dog? Snob, because the dog follows me around the kitchen, and I'm like, hey, here's a biscuit, and I get snobbed. I don't want a biscuit now. Hey, here's some bread. I don't want any bread right now. Well, what do you want, dog? You're a snob. Real, whole food ingredients, air-dried for superior nutrition, taste, and convenience. All natural, easy to serve. Yeah, it comes in a nice resealable bag. I love that. Easy for dogs to eat. Made in the USA at a USDA human food facility. Take a quick quiz to find the right plan for your pup. Your dog deserves tasty, healthy, real food, not kibble. Sundays is real food for dogs, formulated by a vet with only highest quality fresh meat, veggies, fruit, and superfoods, then air-dried to perfection, made in the USA at a USDA human food facility. And the best part, get 35% off your first order with the code DCN. That's right, use my code, hooking you up, DCN. Sundaysfordogs.com, code it up, DCN. Don't listen to me, listen to the dog. Vulture caught up with Rocco Urbisky. He was the director of George Carlin's final, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, 10 final HBO specials. That's a lot. He started with 1986's Playing With Your Head, and his last one was 2008's It's Bad For Ya. Vulture asked Rocco if he had any good anecdotes. He did. Rocco said, the last show we filmed together was shot in Santa Rosa because George was too sick to fly. I'd always open up the shows we filmed with the song Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones. About 5 minutes to air, and none of us knew that this was going to be the last show, remember? A producer showed up and said, George wants to see you. And I said, that's unusual, very unusual. So I went in and knocked on George's dressing room and said, what's up, George? And he said, are you going to play that effing stupid Rolling Stones song again? He waited 30 years to bust my chops. I roared and I said, yeah, I'm going to turn it up extra loud for you. Vulture said, Carlin has so many enduring bits. As someone who saw his mind work, what do you think it was that made him so prophetic? Rocco said, he told the truth. There was no sugarcoating on it. This is how it is, folks. Garbage in, garbage out. I get asked all the time, what do you think George would say if he was around today? Go watch his specials. He said it 30 years ago. You want the guy to walk out at 98 years old and do jokes? Get serious. It's totally selfish. I want him around too, but I don't want him to be a comedian anymore. I just like having him around. We were comrades in arms. They asked Rocco if there are any comedians carrying forward the torch. I'm not going to single anybody out, but I think there are some. But here's the disadvantage that they have when it comes to being revolutionary. We've been so inundated with stuff. What's new to us now? Do we have a climate problem? We had it before too. We had a crime problem back then. We still have a crime problem. So if you're a comedian, what are you going to talk about that we don't already know? You want to talk about transgender people? All right, but it better be smart and brilliant, because that's not new either. And that is your comedy news for today. Now, I did have one more story, but were you sitting over my shoulder? First of all, that's creepy. 2, how did you get into my basement? And 3, you would see low battery. Your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet, and I don't want to lose the whole session. I just recorded 3 of these in a row, and the battery's dead. So I gotta go. Follow the show for free on Apple or Spotify. I better go. I gotta go. Bye.